Can you see me? Yeah? Okay. So thank you for inviting me and for giving me the possibility to talk to you today. My contribution is a bit less enthusiastic than that one of the Netherlands and the US, because we, for the moment in Germany, we don't make any campaign. As Esther said already, we introduced the minimum wage in 2015, and after 10 years of campaigning and fighting, and what we reached was a minimum wage. It was too low, but we said it's better to have a low minimum wage than no minimum wage. And when I review the last years, the results are splitted, because on the one hand, the minimum wage had very much positive impacts. It was higher wages for 5 million workers, and between 2014 and 2016, it was a plus of 13% in the lowest decile. So it was a very high pay rise. And the most affected of this minimum wage are women, unskilled, and mostly workers in Eastern Germany, in the service sector, mostly in hospitality and retail trade, and in small enterprises. And there was no, what everybody of the right-wing parties and the right-wing economics field, that there will be a negative employment impact, but there was, in contrary, there was an increase in regular work. But on the other hand, the German minimum wage, when I look now to the last 6 years, the minimum wage in Germany is much too low, because we have now we are at €9.50, and €9.50 is 46% of the median. So 46% of the median, we don't have any decency and no adequacy. So this is extremely low. And I don't know whether you know, Germany has still 8 million low-wage workers, and half of them, about 4 million workers, are at the level of the minimum wage. So it would be very necessary to follow our aim, our demand of €12, as Esther mentioned already. €12 means, the question is, do €12, can people make ends meet with €12? And the calculation is, one single person without children have to work 40 hours weekly with €12 to have a wage slightly above the need of additional social benefits. So this is really €12 are the minimum. And when you look at the pensions and you have €12 in 1 hour, you have to work 45 years, 40 hours weekly, to have a pension slightly above the basic social security. So, and when you work when you have only the possibility, like many women do, to work 35 years in your life, you need at least €15 and a 40 hours week to make ends meet. I want to focus now on two main problems of the German minimum wage. The one is that we have a really very restricted possibility of adoption of the national minimum wage, because our minimum wage commission has to follow the average of the collectively agreed wage development. So the Commission is not free to decide, and the Commission in this system cannot decide for a bigger step. So this is a big problem. And the next big problem I wanted to point out is that we have a very big problem of the enforcement of the national minimum wage. And part of the enforcement is that the control is too weak. The control is made by customs, and there is too little staff and too little control. And this encourages a lot of employers to bypass or to avoid the minimum wage. And so it is not so much the problem that we have reductions. The reductions in Germany are not so much the problem of the minimum wage, but the employers have another method. They reduce the contractual working time and extend the unpaid work. So they changed the contracts of the minimum wage workers with less hours. And so the findings of the research are that up to 2.5 million workers are paid below the national minimum wage. So I come to the end to sum up. Germany needs at least a decent national minimum wage of 12 euro or 60% of the median. And this would help 7 million workers to get higher wages. And this is one of the reasons for that Ver.di and also the DGB support decisively the proposal of the Commission for a minimum wage directive.
Thank you so much, Gabriele, for bringing us up to speed and the strong commitment coming from Germany for this, including from the Minister,